Hello, this is Todd Luck, and this is a review of Carson of Venus, Eye of Amtor, number 3 from American mythology. So this is part of their Edgar Rice Burroughs universe of comics, and Edgar Rice Burroughs is, of course, the creator of Tarzan and John Carter of Mars, and so Carson of Venus is a very similar character, and the thing that makes this particular miniseries unique is it is actually a prologue for a novel that's coming out this year called Carson of Venus, Edge of All Worlds, and it's going to kick off a mega arc that's going to run through 3 other novels, which will include Tarzan, John Carter, and a new character called Victory Harbin, and it'll kind of connect all the different worlds by Edgar Rice Burroughs and maybe even introduce some new ones. So let's just start off with this cover. I thought the other covers were okay. You know, they were good, but you know they had their issues. This one I think just nails it. I love this freaking cover. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. This is the monster that they face in this particular issue, and it's just really just pops out at you and just really captures the menace. And you know, the characters are well rendered, their reactions are well rendered, just a good cover. The interior artwork is good. It's still a little looser and a little less consistent than I'd like, but I think it's really solid this issue, and the storytelling is spot on. And I thought the other issues were solid, but this is, I think, where this mini-series comes into its own and really, really gels. These first, I think it's about 13 pages of this issue where Carson and Princess Douari are at this cave, and they're trying to get the scale of this dragon-like creature that no one's ever seen on Venus. And it is 13 pages of just prime comic book storytelling. I don't impress easily. These pages are just really, really good. We establish our characters. We established our relationship with each other. I know who they are. I know what they're after. I know the stakes. I come to like both of them. I come to care about them in these introduction pages where we're setting up the situation and the suspense. And so when we have our monster come out, you know, it creates this very, very intense situation. I don't want to spoil it, but it really gets in one of the best action sequences I've seen in a while, and really just works so well. It just shows how you can do comic book storytelling in an action story and just do it well. Like I said, I like the characters. I care about them. They get in a really cool action sequence that's really scary and really intense, and I care about the outcome, and it's really well choreographed, really well thought out. You know, I'm on the edge of my seat the entire time. Great stuff. I mean, I kept wondering, like, you know, how's this Carson of Venus novel going to be? Because this miniseries is written by the same guy. Because I really hadn't heard much about the novel. But I gotta say, just as a sample of what this guy can do with Carson of Venus, I'd say Carson of Venus is in super good hands. It's probably going to be a really good novel if it's as good as this issue is. But let's also talk about the ending of that main story. Now, I don't want to spoil the ending because this whole miniseries evolves around what is the ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say, just in vague terms, that on its face, if we take what is told to our heroes at face value, it seems very anticlimactic and the whole thing seems pointless. That being said, I don't think we can take it at face value. And if that's the case, then what we're left with is an ending that we're not sure what's going to happen next. It gives you no clues about what would happen in the novel, which I think is okay. You know, it's a very strange choice for an ending. You'll know what I mean when you get there. But I think that's okay if they want to keep it, you know, kind of close to the vest and not give away anything until you buy the novel. That's fine. And then there's the Victory Harbin backup, which leads into her novel, and it's really well drawn by Mike Wolfer, and it's basically drops them into different planets. This is Jason Gridley, and of course, Victory Harbin is the other character. And I don't want to give it away, but they go someplace else. You know, it's been very well advertised that she is going to go to other worlds, and she does. And I'll just leave it at that. It's very interesting. I'd like to know where they're going and where they ended up. So overall, I really recommend this miniseries. This was a good ride, guys. Even if you're not going to pick up the novels, and I'm not sure if I am or not because I don't really have time for them, but I gotta say, between this and what I saw on the Comic Con panel on this, there was a Comic Con YouTube video with Edgar Rice Burroughs Inc., and they talked about the John Carter and Tarzan novels. This sounds like it's going to be really good, guys. You can't resurrect Edgar Rice Burroughs and get any more stories, but it sounds like they're gonna give you something good in his place. So this has been an unusual miniseries for American Mythology because normally, they produce their own comics, and they actually had novelists who would do the novels come in and write these comics and have them tie in. And this is the first official canonical. I'm not sure how to even pronounce the word comics that would actually count with the actual novels. But their other stuff is quite good, and so Monster Men #2 is coming out next week, and I've really enjoyed that miniseries so far, and definitely looking forward to the next issue. And so after that, we're going to have, of course, the third and final issue of that, but also Zorro in The Land That Time Forgot, and also another Land That Time Forgot miniseries called Land That Time Forgot Fearless. So looking forward to those and just digging, the American Mythology Edgar Rice Burroughs comics. So like and subscribe for more videos, and until next time, see ya.